Hello, fellow ladies and gentlemen of culture. Today we are looking at Bandai's solution to the Mecha Musume craze, the 30-minute sisters Rishetta. This mecha cat girl comes in gold and black with some lovely gray hair. We've got the tail, the yellow accents. Looks like we get some different faces, which will be nice. I just hope those aren't stickers. Number one in the series. And it combines seamlessly with 30-minute missions as well, which means you can customize this little lady to your heart's content. Now this build reminded me a lot of the Spinasha Commando type that I reviewed recently, which is fair as they are more or less in the same line. The most complex part of the build was probably the Rishetta's hair, which was in multiple segments to allow for lots of really nice details, which I enjoyed quite a lot. You'll see all of the familiar things with this 30-minute mission sister line with the 3mm pegs allowing you to universally attach any parts you want, both from this set or others, or from 30-minute missions lines. Here we have our finished product, just as the standard Bai Shoujo girl statue without all of the weapons. I opted to put the connection points with the pegs on initially, though she does come with some non-pegged connection points that just look like colored accents for those stockings. I gotta say, I'm really happy that Bandai has decided to take the leap into the world of Mecha Musume, because as much as I love kits like Megami Device, the Frame Arms Girls, or any other things that Good Smile and Motoroid point out, those kits are very expensive at $60+ a kit. And while they do have some customization options, Bandai's solution, with them being integrated into the 30-minute missions line and already having such a robust collection to choose from in that regard, really makes this so much better, because we have a cheaper price point. High 20s to like $30 will get you the kit, and then from there you get to pick and choose whatever water slides, whatever extra parts you want. I have some customs in the works for this kit, and I'm so excited that I was able to just get myself a nice base to start. I see so many of y'all on Twitter and Instagram and other social media that are doing the most with some of your Gunpla builds, and I think this really be right up your alley and a great avenue to expand and to make it more accessible. And I love that, especially as Gunpla and Playmo continue to grow in the West. Alrighty, and lastly, we're just going to touch on some articulations, some extra little detail bits. There are 2 extra faceplates that come with it, and again, the faces are actually printed on here. Interesting to note that instead of being made in Japan, these faceplates are actually made in China. So that's a really interesting detail. I wonder if they do that because of the photo printing, but I'm not sure exactly why. If anyone knows, I'd love to know if you just tell me down below. The Rishetta, while having some very lovely, like endearing small feet, she might as well have some GN drives attached to her, because she has the failings of the Double kit's small feet that make her kind of hard to pose. That's not to say that she's not posable and not flimsy, though. She actually has a really nice spot for a slot in her back instead of on her waist. There's probably some low-hanging fruit there Bandai was trying to avoid. So yeah, it just connects into the back, and then from there you can make a lot of really dynamic, especially aerial poses, which would be really cool. The molding on this kit is really great. There's like little details like the navel, the thighs look really good. And everything swivels and moves pretty well and universally. There are some extra weapons like these little dagger items that can either be held or connected. And she has gripping hands that also come included. We got a trigger finger hand. We got a regular little fist, which is cool. And then depending on how you want to display her, you could definitely display this as more of like a Baishoujo figure. And just include the little like stocking accent colors that are found throughout the body, like on the legs here. And then there's also some on the wrists that do not have the little pegs. I went ahead and just attached the ones with the pegs since I'm going to be armoring this figure. And when you swivel the legs up, there's a tendency for the waist section to kind of pop out. The way that it's assembled isn't really the greatest. So there's a lot of like popping in and out and like becoming like detached and loose, but not loose in like a real grade, like early real grade sense, but just like you can tighten the parts back up. Depending on how rigorous you want to be, I might suggest gluing it if you've settled on your design. This particular kit, I know that I've got a custom plan that I'm going to be swapping out the body for a different color, but I might glue it after I've finalized that color that I've chosen. All in all, the 30-minute sisters are a really nice attempt by Bandai to get into the Mecha Musume market. And lastly, of course, if you guys want to get your own Mecha Musume, you can go on over to leapingpandahobbies.com. Leapingpandahobbies.com, they'll get it to you for a better price, faster, and with better customer service than anybody else. What are you waiting for? This is a burning Gundam as a panda. Go on over and get yourself your own robot waifu. When I'm not buying up the latest Rambaral iterations, I still have time for these lovely little ladies. And you can use my promo code EGGHEAD for 10% off your entire order, whether you want a beautiful little lady, a Universal Sundry husbando, some Citadel paints, some Zoids. Leaping Panda Hobbies has got you, and I've got you with my promo code for 10% off. Just use it. It's Egghead. If you're new to the channel, why don't you go ahead and like and subscribe? It's free, helps us, helps the channel, helps me give more people these awesome discounts at leapingpandahobbies.com, helps us grow an awesome community. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you later this week with some more reviews.